I think there are certainly good things. It's kind of redundant to every scrimmage you have out there. There's good things we need to improve on, things we've done getting better at, and other things we got a long way to go. So, I thought there was good effort overall, but we'll composite the two practices. They'll have a grade. We'll be ranking the guys, and pretty much what we rank them is who's your best to your least best at this time, and then we make adjustments and go from there. Certainly real important. The spring game is going to be important. We evaluate that, and we come up with a final depth at the end of spring ball, and then the competition begins. We get back in August.
Well, it's good to see the offense get a few big plays and have. It didn't start out great today again, but they got some positive momentum as the day went on.
Yeah, they did a little bit. It's just there's not much continuity there. I mean, that's offensive football, and so that's we got a long way to go there. We really do. I think we got talent enough. We got coached well, and we got a challenge here. So generally, you come out of spring ball with certainly challenges that you got to fix some things, and that's what we have to do. And we kind of knew it really going into spring. We knew this was not going to be look perfect when we got done, and I need to get a bunch of guys healthy and get backup players ready to play.
You talked about how you kind of anticipated the receivers to be experienced. How did it get to that point?
I don't understand the question.
Like, when did you anticipate that this would be the case?
Well, anytime you have young receivers, you have a batch of them, young guys, you're going to have, there's growing pains. You like everything to come out perfect, and but it doesn't work out that way. So we anticipated it's not going to be easy. I mean, it's going to be difficult, but we can do it. And so that's one thing that you recognize. You recognize when you got players that aren't playing to the level you need them to play, but we also know they're young, and it's our job to get them where they can play and to their ability level. And that's the challenge, and the work ethic, and the persistence, and the perseverance, and all the things that you try to do. And so that's not just that, every position. And there will be once we kick off, there's no, you will never hear young receiver. We won't care. It doesn't matter. Okay, we got till kickoff September, and after that, it's it doesn't matter. We've got till that time to get ourselves ready to go, and also the combination of receivers we're going to put on the field with tight ends, receivers, running backs. There's in our offense there's a lot of combinations we can put on that field, and so at times 2 years ago we had 4 wide receivers 89, 90% of the time. 7 years ago we had 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers on the majority of the time. So there's a lot of personnel sets, and really that you also make that very competitive within the offense. You want to play, produce. Okay, we'll find a way to get you on the field. So it's got some work to do.
At the same time, having that generally more experience on the offensive line, how does that potentially help?
I think once we get it set, we just got Brad McNulty back. He hadn't done anything all year, so he's really rusty out there, and we got to get Connor McGovern back. He's should be a high level player. So all those things should be a positive for us. Certainly I think there's a lot of positives. Maddie's got a lot of experience too, and so there's a lot of positive sides. But offensive football is about continuity. It's about every getting your job done with the guy next to you. Defense, you might not get your job done, and you got 2 or 3 other guys around you so fast to take care of it. Offensive football is not like that. We talk about that, but it's execution, and it's being able to synchronize all 11 guys at one time. So that's our challenge.
Have you seen some improvement overall from the receiver group?
Oh yeah, I think we have. Sure, no question about it. But it's it's kind of like you take 3 steps forward and you go back 2, and you take 3 forward and you come back 2 again. So that's just part of it, and that's our job, and that's our challenge.
What do you see out of your pass rush today?
Well, I think we're doing a pretty good job. I think for losing 2 guys who are going to play in the NFL at defensive end, I think we're fortunate. We got some guys in there that are very, very competitive, and we got some. We need to continue to work on our depth. We have some young players out there, but certainly, almost everybody on that one defense has played a significant amount of time. Almost every single one of the guys in that field. So, for the offense, who's missing some people right now as far as experience level, and we have to overcome that. On the defensive side, I don't know if there's one spot on defense where we don't have some experience that's played a lot, and they're playing with great continuity, and they're playing really well together, and that's good. That's good. Okay, and so that's what we want, and certainly the more guys that play at a high level, the more opportunities they get to play in games. So the depth standpoint, if you want to play in the game, you got to produce, and you do. We'll alternate you in there. That's what we do here with our defense.
It's the Mizzou football spring game Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. For tickets to the spring game, log on to MUTigers.com and print off your online ticket. That plus a donation of one canned food item for the Central and Northeast Missouri Food Bank gets you admission to the game.